Thank you for allowing me to address the City Council. I listened with great interest to Lew Wolff's discussion. In particular, I listened with great interest to his comment that his environmental mitigation would be equal to what is proposed for the site. I have great concerns for that because what is currently proposed for the site in that area was for a business park, which is a much lower use than a 14,000 in housing and also a ballpark. Even though I wish the best for the A's in Fremont, I do wish that the city and the A's would open the process to full environmental review. I hope that the development agreement will allow a full environmental impact report to be done and that the development agreement will not foreclose the procedure of transparency. There are still a large number of very valuable wetland habitats with rare and endangered floral and faunal species throughout that area. It is the last and probably the best of the vernal pool and wetland habitat that's available, and that is now being owned and managed by the San Francisco Bay Refuge. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, I hope, will be included in part of the planning process. I appreciate this is the city's project and that it is the A's and that the city is the lead agency, but I know in the previous project that was proposed by Catellus for that area, the lead agency, which was the City of Fremont, did invite the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to make comments. I would ask that environmental agencies and the Fish and Wildlife Service be invited to provide their input. The traffic, the population, all of the impacts, including incident trespass and litter, that comes with any large development, particularly an amusement, sports, entertainment, is going to affect that area in a way that a business park never would. I thank you for your time, and I do hope you keep environmental organizations, both citizen and federal agencies, in the process.
Thank you very much. My comment that once the development application is processed, it's required that we do a full environmental process, and it will include all of the things that you mentioned. So,
thank you.
Okay. Are there any other questions of the council?
I don't know what to ask because I haven't read the report. But I presume that there's the methodology that is explained in detail and what we were looking at and whether we're looking at city-wide or county-wide or region-wide, there's some link between different elements of a proposal. So I'll read.
Okay.
I just had a couple of comments as well. I think everybody here has been really thirsty to get our hands on something, so thank you for this report. Yeah. I'm sure we'll have a lot of questions about that. And also want to thank you, Mr. Wolff, for laying out some of the guiding principles, if you will, or the underlying assumptions today, because one of the things that we had talked about when you were last here was that both the city and you get together to get a set of guiding principles that become the foundation for everything that we do in the future and just lays out some of the things and ideas that you've talked about in writing. So if we could get something like that to us, I think that would be good. The one thing that you did not talk about, and I understand why, because you're in the process of working on it, is the land use outside of just the stadium itself and the parking associated with the stadium. The article today in the San Francisco Chronicle in the front section by John King about creating a sense of place, and he was talking about the Mission Bay project at Catellus, was especially relevant, and I'm hoping that with the project here that we get this or create this really special place, not just with the stadium but beyond that as well. And the final thing that I'll say is you've been quoted in several of the newspapers and magazines as having a project that's going to be a leader in technology and technological advances. And I'm hoping that this project will also be a model in green technology as well as we move forward. So thank you again for your time and talking to us today.
Anyone else?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As a CPA, this is an exciting week for me. The city manager gave me a budget binder to read, and now I have an economic analysis. So this is just great. I, too, wanted to just add a few comments from what you said. I appreciate you coming to us and answering some of the questions that have been circulating. I'm real excited to hear your goal is to tying into public transportation. I think that's key, and I'm very excited about that, as well as your idea for the community benefit, that this is something that's going to benefit the entire community, and we're partnering with Cisco and bringing them to our community. So looking forward to you coming back with an update shortly, and looking forward to commenting on the project and a great report. Thanks.
Well, I just wanted to echo the similar comments, and I look forward to the day that this will actually come to reality. And the comment you made about that this become not just an asset for the Oakland A's, but this will be a community asset for Fremont, that the venue could become available for other uses. And I think based on the number of events that we do have in Fremont, and you probably have been to quite a number of them already, you know that this will become very useful and very sought after. And I like the comment that you said that the facility will become available for community use. I just hope it's affordable. Okay. Thank you.
Lou, now that we have the details out of the way, I'll ask you the serious questions. What are you going to do about those injuries? Mike? Okay. They're winning tonight? Yeah. Okay. No, obviously I'm joking, but I do want to thank you very much, all of the A's personnel, for being here tonight. We're, of course, very anxious about this project, as you are. We want to see it unfold. We want to see all the answers that we have to see, and you can't get the answers until you get the questions. So we know how hard you're working, and we hope that we continue and move to fruition. So with that, if there is nothing else,
if I may,
I'm sorry, City Manager had some comments.
We look forward to our continued relationship and continue working with Mr. Wolff on the Ballpark Village project. We look forward to receiving a development application and beginning the environmental review process. And staff and consultants will be spending the next several weeks analyzing the economics benefits report with Lew Wolff as presented tonight. And then at some point we'll be back with the council with sort of our input on that. So,
okay. Now, I assume we'll get some report analysis of this, and then I'm sure Mr. Wolff will come back if we'd like him to. So, okay. Thank you very much. Thank all of you. Okay.